English 6. Quarter 2. Module 7. Week 7. Analyzing the characters and the setting used in print, non-print and digital materials. At the end of this module, you are expected to 1. Analyze characters and setting in print, non-print and digital materials. 2. Determine whether a character is presented explicitly or implicitly, and 3. Assess whether the setting depicts rural or urban and affluent or poor. Look at each picture, 1 to 5, and analyze whether the setting is rural or urban. Draw a moon, if it is rural, and star, if it is urban. Do it in your answer sheet. Lesson 7. Analyzing the characters and setting used in print, non-print and digital materials. Being able to identify the characters and the place in the story is a basic reading comprehension skill. Character analysis can strengthen our ability to analyze people in the real world and to better appreciate the points of view of other people. On the other hand, having a clear concept of the setting in a short story or film, or even in a poem, will help us understand how and why the characters behave the way they do. Match each sentence to the character trait it represents. Choose one from the word bank and write your answer in your answer sheet. Assertive, religious, responsible, creative, honest, racist, kind, independent, charismatic, optimistic. 1. Filipinos experience natural and man-made calamities every now and then, yet they are able to smile and still thank God that they are alive. 2. Anna is a good friend because she always understands and shares my feelings. 3. Enrico's parents work during night time, so he often gets his own dinner and wakes to an alarm. 4. May's parents leave her in charge of her siblings when they were away. 5. Jennifer isn't afraid to speak up if someone tries to take her turn. 6. Tricia made a desk organizer out of used cardboards and plastic soda bottles. 7. No matter what happens, let us always expect things to get better. 8. Carlito found someone's wallet and turned it in at the lost and found counter. 9. There are some Americans who do not like Asians like Chinese, Thai and even Filipinos. 10. Everyone likes to be around Daniel, and all the girls have a crush on him. How are you going to describe your family? What kind of parents, brothers and sisters do you have? Are you happy with the kind of life you have today? Will you consider your family rich or poor? Read the story carefully.
The Two Brothers. In a barangay at Florida Blanca, there was a 14-year-old Kapampangan boy named Samuel. He lived with his father, mother, and younger brother in a simple house with a big backyard full of vegetables and fruit-bearing trees. Samuel was an industrious boy. In the morning, he cleaned the backyard and helped his father in harvesting some vegetables and fruits. He helped his mother in preparing their meals, too. Aside from being industrious, he was also smart and responsible. Since the quarantine period started, he spent his time drawing and reading books. He also used DepEd Commons and answered most of the questions in the activities correctly. He knew and he followed the things he should and should not do. He just stayed home. Carlos, Samuel's brother who is 2 years younger than him, was very different. He was lazy. He did not like helping their father nor their mother in any of the household chores. When COVID-19 broke out, Carlos consumed almost of his time playing mobile games. He was negligent of himself. At times, he skipped his meals because he slept late at night and got up late in the morning. He was stubborn. There were times when he secretly went out of their house to meet his friends. One day, Carlos felt sick. He had headache and cough. He also felt really tired. Since the two brothers shared a room, their parents told Samuel to stay and sleep in the living room for the meantime. Their parents confiscated Carlos' cellular phone and instructed him to have enough rest. Samuel and his parents took care of Carlos. Their parents fed him with nutritious food. Samuel gave his brother enough water and vitamins to take. They also knelt together and asked the Almighty to heal Carlos. The next day, just as when their parents were about to report Carlos' case to the barangay health workers, Carlos went out of the room looking perfectly fine. He did not have any headache nor cough anymore. He did not feel tired anymore. He felt stronger and healthier than before. Carlos looked at his family with teary eyes and said, "Dikula salamat kayu. Pasensi na kayu at magikungpas away." Reflect on the following. 1. Who are the characters in this story? 2. What can you say about Samuel? 3. What can you say about Carlos? 4. What can you say about their parents? Are yours the same? In what way? 5. Where did the story take place? 6. Is the family rich or poor? Prove your answer. Discussion of Activity 1. There are two ways on how the characters are revealed in a story. First is explicitly or direct, wherein the narrator gives some fact about a character and interpret them. Then the other one is implicitly or indirect, wherein the characters are revealed by what they think, say and do. How were the characters in the two brothers presented, explicitly or implicitly? Correct. They were presented explicitly because the narrator of the story gave the behavior and attitude of the characters directly and interpreted them by giving examples.
Take a look at these examples. Explicit direct. 1. The 75-year-old Filipino politician from Davao, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, is the first Philippine president from Mindanao. Age, race and nationality are directly stated. 2. Digong is a brave, straightforward and outspoken male leader. Gender and attitude, behavior are directly stated.
Implicit/indirect. 1. Martha got up early, prepared the breakfast, and packed some lunch. She began doing the laundry while waiting for her kids to get up. Analyzing the character's action, we can conclude that she was a hard-working mother. 2. Ben told himself, "I should save some money and buy my mother some flowers. I want to make her happy on her birthday." Analyzing the character's thought, we can conclude that he was a thoughtful and loving son. Setting is an important literary device. Creating clear depictions of time and place in a story creates mood and moves the story along. Without setting, the plot line would be confusing and boring. A key element of a strong setting is using descriptive details, pulling on the reader's senses. In nonfiction literature, setting may be in rural or urban environments. In a rural setting, we usually read of or see people living in barrios, towns and provinces that are away from the city. Life in rural areas is simple and quiet. There is less or no pollution and traffic. There are few or no tall buildings and commercial establishments. The people usually work as farmers, fishermen or livestock raisers. They depend so much on their natural environment for their resources. An urban setting, however, is the opposite of rural. Urban people live in cities where housing, pollution, traffic, congestion and even crimes are usually the problems. Life here is complicated and fast-paced. People have different jobs and work is non-stop, hence the main streets and avenues are lit up during the night. We see tall buildings or skyscrapers, business districts, leisure and entertainment establishments and modern facilities. The setting will tell us whether the characters live in an urban or rural area. It will also tell us whether the character's economic status is affluent or poor. It is important to understand that living in an urban area does not necessarily mean affluent or comfortable life. Likewise, not all people in rural areas are poor. The affluent and the poor may coexist in an urban or rural setting.
Independent Activity 1. A. Identify whether the underlined setting is rural or urban. Write your answer in your answer sheet. 1. Joyce works as a data analyst in a business process outsourcing (BPO) company in Angeles City. 2. Uncle Fred watches intently as his 12-year-old son tries surfing in the beach. 3. Some pupils are crossing the river just to get to school. 4. Workers patiently line up and boarding the MRT. 5. Diana studies pharmacy and stays in a boarding house near the university. Tell whether the character is revealed implicitly or explicitly in a sentence. Write your answer in your answer sheet. 1. Gino is a Negrote who is not ashamed of his race. 2. Paula hit the ball across the net, and she scored. She did it repeatedly and made her team the champion. 3. I will not forgive him. I will never forget how he mistreated my family, Sam told herself. 4. Hector is a very talented pupil of Calanda's elementary school. He is also an honest and polite boy. 5. As Kathy was walking way home, she saw an old woman carrying heavy bags crossing the street. She immediately ran towards her and helped her with the bags, then guided her across the street.
Based on the story, the two brothers accomplish the analysis table of Samuel and Carlos. Do this in your answer sheet. Name: Samuel. Age. Gender. Race. Nationality. Type of community: urban or rural. Economic status: affluent or poor. Name: Carlos. Age. Gender. Race. Nationality. Type of community: urban or rural. Economic status: affluent or poor.
Analyze how the characters are described in each picture. Choose your answer from the sentences below and write only the letter of your choice in your answer sheet. A. Glenn is helpful. He always tries to help others. B. Tantan enjoys drawing. He is an artistic little boy. C. Roy is a shy boy. He lacks confidence. He is afraid of talking to others. D. Mika easily gets angry even with a small mistake. She is a hot-tempered boss. E. Mike loves his twin sister. He does not like her getting sad. He is thoughtful. F. Lady is a cheerful little girl. She is always smiling and is always happy. G. Miss Krista is a smart and dedicated employee, so she always receives award and recognition. H. Miko and his friends are impolite. They do not listen to their teacher and are noisy in their class. I. Trixie loves singing. She is musically inclined because her parents are both musicians. J. Bricks is a lazy boy. He does not clean his room and spends most of his time lying on his bed, watching movies on his tablet.
Classify whether each indicator in the word bank is affluent or poor. Write it in its appropriate box. Do it in your answer sheet. Local and international travels. 4 Ps. Lots of jewelry. Designer's clothes. Tattered clothes. High-paying job. Squatters area. Beggars. Luxury cars. Jobless. Affluent. Poor. Independent Activity 3. Read each sentence carefully. Determine whether each sentence tells about a character or setting. Write the correct answer in your answer sheet. 1. Frontliners risk their lives while taking care of the patients. 2. The school canteen serves nutritious food for the children. 3. She goes home to her family in the province every weekend. 4. ABS-CBN Lingkod Kapamilya and GMA Kapisang Tota gave away relief goods to the affected families in remote barangays. 5. Maya always smiles at everyone she meets. 6. Leo always sees an opportunity to make new things out of the recyclable materials in their house. 7. Soldiers are assigned to the mountains where rebels hide. 8. Ben kept all of the chocolates given by his grandparents and did not give his siblings any piece. 9. In tropical countries, people experience dry and wet seasons, no snow. 10. After going to the grocery, mother took me to a dentist in Sdo. Crystal.
Analyze each situation carefully. Determine whether it tells about the character's age, gender, nationality, attitude or behavior. Write your answer in your answer sheet. 1. Cindy was walking step by step, little by little trying to balance herself. She stumbled and fell down, then started crying. Her mother ran to her. 2. A foreigner wearing hanbok greeted the guests in Hangul. 3. The group leader assisted her members in fulfilling their tasks. 4. Esther wants to finish her studies and be the best doctor in their town someday. She wants to help many people. 5. The family was prayerful. Is the setting rural or urban? Write the correct answer in your answer sheet.
Draw a happy face if the statement is true and a sad face if it is false. Do it in your answer sheet. 1. The setting of the story is the time and place that it occurs. 2. The sequence of events in a story make up the setting. 3. The characters in the story are revealed by what they think, say and do. 4. Without a setting, readers and viewers cannot follow a story plot. 5. There is less traffic and pollution in rural setting. 6. She is short, black and with curly hair. The character is implicitly revealed in the story. 7. Nancy loves to talk. She talks to everyone about anything. You can infer that Nancy is a talkative girl. 8. The character who lives in a condominium suggests affluent living. 9. Poor people may be found both in rural and urban settings. 10. The setting provides the answers to the questions: who are the characters in the story? Think about your favorite movie. Now, think about the main character and the setting of that movie. Write a 5-sentence paragraph about it using what you have learned in this lesson. Write your paragraph in your answer sheet. Analyze the setting in each picture. Write rural or urban and affluent or poor in your answer sheet.
Write yes if the statement can help you in analyzing a character and no if it can't. Write your answer in your answer sheet. 1. The weather was hot and no one was out. 2. The young AT girl made everyone groove as she danced. 3. The store opens at 7 o'clock every day. 4. Hazel picked up the pieces of papers and candy wrappers and signed the room, then threw them in the garbage bin. She did it without anyone looking. 5. It happened during a rainy day in August. Given the chance to choose, where would you prefer to live, in a rural or an urban setting? Why?